there's no 1 and 4, even though to me, you know, you could consider maybe the 4 hours still in control. They are strong on the 4 hours, guys, definitely with the trend. You've seen what happens with the trend. That 1 4 hour correlation is a lovely move. All right, so in other words, I would then look at the 1 hour, the 30 minute, and the 15 minute, and see which direction the roads are going. Right, and the roads, as you can quite clearly see, there are going down, aren't they? You know, all 3 of them are going down. Okay, so that's what we mean by a trend. All right. Yeah, Algo, I used to look at the trend on the 1 and 4s, but the 4 doesn't make sense. If you look at the GU 4 hour, it doesn't make much sense. Okay, so then what you do is you come down a time frame and say, right, I'll look at the 1 hour and the 30 and the 15. Okay, and that's when, you know, you can say, right, well, all right. Again, you might be a bit confused on this one because the GU is going up on the 30, and this short term now was down. But what I would consider the GU here, now, if you look on the, just change it again. Look here now, right, and on the 4 hour, right, well, the 4 hours disappeared. Okay, so that's a plus to the upside. All right, have a look. You're bouncing off the BB band on the 30 minute. You've got a 15-minute signal and you've got a 5-minute signal. The problem is with this, what could happen is this could just go up a little bit, and that, well, exactly that. You know, the 15-minute could disappear. This is why it's dangerous going against them 1 and 4s. All right, but yeah, that's how I would judge the trend, and you know, we used to call them golden roads, but basically it's just the direction of the roads on the 30 and 15 minute and the 5 minutes. Okay, so let me just clean this off here. Right, right, I'm bouncing off BB bands, right, in direction of the trend. So again, with a GU, you'd be a little confused because you're bouncing off a BB band on the 30 minute, all right. You're below the orange line on the 1 hour, right, and you're way below it on the 15 minute, all right. But so basically, if you're not sure, then the best thing to do is just leave that out there until it makes more sense. Okay. And again, basically, I would use the 5 and 15 correlation anyway, whether with the trend or against the trend. I wouldn't, you know, just look for the 5 minute. The thing is with the trend, on the UCAD, the 5 minutes signals will be good because it's a really strong downtrend. All right, on the GU now you're thinking, well, what way is it going? All right, but again, it comes back to that. Until the signals give you a really clear idea of which way to go, then just leave it, you know. Yeah, because the way I look at that, Milan, is that the 4 hours still flashing. What I would do is, again, I would look at the GU and say, right, well, okay, to turn this around now, I need something 15 minute, 30 minute, maybe a 1 hour and a 15 minute, maybe a 30 minute and a 15 minute. You know, but it's really risky just going on the 5 minute, which you have, and flashing 15 minute. Okay, I'm pretty sure that this is going to turn round, yeah, but there's nothing there to say it's definitely going to turn round yet. All right. The thing with them iceberg is when they're on their own, if there isn't a 1 hour signal, it just tells you what's coming or what could come. But I've also seen where they appear and you know, the 8 hours in the opposite direction. And basically, what you've done is you've hit an orange line or a BB band on the 8 hour, chart, and that's why the 4 hour has appeared, you know, the little red. The small reds, that's the best place to use them, by the way. The small reds is on the 1 and 4s. I think what would be best on there, Benny, would, this is another thing, and I'll just mention this, would be the 4 hour red to turn super. You know, you get a real kick out of that then. The 4 hour signals, guys, are really probably the best signaling on here, right? If you see a 4 hour signal and it's just appeared, let's say you're half an hour into the session and a 4 hour signal's just appeared, and then, you know, you're getting really good setup in that direction on the smaller time frames, then there's a good chance that that 4 hour signal could last for the rest of the session. So basically what you would do is you take signals in that direction, wait out the reversals, as I've just pointed out to Ergon, and then carry on taking signals in that direction, okay? Because if you work it out, you know, a 4 hour signal, if it's a super in particular, and it's got room before it hits, you know, an orange line or a BB band, there's a good chance it'll last an hour and a half, 2 hours, you know. Same with the 8 hours. You see the 8 hour supers and we've got plenty of room before we touch an orange line or a purple line, then they're the same, you know, it could really, really go. That's when I look and say, right, well, I'm not going against them. You know, I'll just go in that direction all the time. GA you go. Well, you're just bouncing here now, aren't you? You see it there on the 4 hour. Again, a couple of things here. If it turns super, or if you get another 15 minute, 30 minute down, could be down, but again, we can get a 15 minute up. Because of that bounce, watch for the 4 hour disappearing, you know. Yes, Russ, yes, momentum is everything. Everything it is, and BR will tell you the same, and that's basically how BR trades as soon as he sees a flash, he's in. Sorry guys, a little bit of a sore throat today. Bit dry, needs a glass of wine later, I think. Right, you see, what you're getting now on the GU, right, on these files, there's a lot of blues, so basically, you know how I said before, it's a little undecided what it wants to do. You know, it's the same with EU, it's a little undecided. Maybe it's getting ready to turn round again. Right? I'm not saying it will, what I'm saying is maybe. I have done in the past, Anissa, because basically sometimes the signals are already there. You know, I keep referring back to that day, the day after the EU referendum in Britain, and the orange line then, it was, I think it was a different colour at the time, but it was an MA, the same thing. And every time the pound just went back up to it and touched it, it just went. And you know, you could see in fluctuating momentum, it just touched it and went, and touched it and went, you know. But that was because of, you know, extreme weakness in the pound. So let's go back to this again. Again, GU. Really not sure. You've got your 4 hour back. If it turns super, it's going to the BD band. You know, you see this signal here. This goes, turns into a red ping, then it's heading here, which means you can just pretty much trade the same way for most of the day. If it disappears and you get 30 minute up, it'll probably go up. Well, it will go up. GA, getting your touch there. But you see these now, it's like looking at this again on the GA ego. You've got a 5 minute red, you've got a 15 minute red. You know, you're right on the line here on the 30 minute. You're bouncing off the line on the 1 hour. right, and you're bouncing off the orange line on the 4 hour, right, but a 5 minute red and a 15 minute red are not enough. You know, you need more to turn that 4 hour around to get a decent trade in there anyway. Supers would be best. Okay. Yeah, it's a big day tonight, guys. I'm not so sure. You know what the interest rate's going to be for the dollar, but I can tell you tomorrow that the BOE interest rate decision, they are expecting the Bank of England to raise the rate. Right, now over the last 2, 3 months, 4 months maybe, it's been up and down. Are they going to do it? No. People, you know, traders thinking the pound had shot up. Then what's it called? Inflation's been below what they expected, and that basically means that they'll pulling the interest rate up so the pound's dropped. So if they do put the interest rate up tomorrow, I expect the pound to go up, and quite healthily. As to whether they will, that's another matter. You never know with that mark, can you? Okay, right. So is any other newbies got any questions about what we just spoke about the yellow ticket that you can see there? Is there anything you don't understand about it? No? Right, I expect you all to be winning then. ESMA? What's ESMA? No, I know nothing about it, Dips. I'll tell you what, I will tell you. I've just answered digital line. Hang on a minute. Jay, I use the blues on the 4 hour and the 1 hour. In particular, the 4 hour. I think that's where they work. They work really, you know, where they work best. Yes, Samir. If you start getting momentum, Samir, if momentum starts flashing, then it will turn super. Okay. Digital Eye, ING on the downside. No, I'm not in it, mate. I don't trade when I'm up. Yeah, well, I wouldn't know about that, Dips, because I've been listed as professional anyway, mate. As soon as they mentioned it to me, I just flipped over. You know, I actually pay tax to a degree. You did mention there's a way to change it. Have you? You know, I'm not sure how to do it, but now I'm just gonna show you highlight another trade here for Ergon. Ergon, again. Look what happened there. You know, look, you touched the orange line on the 15-minute chart, and down it went again. Okay. Even if you say there's no arrow on the 1 hour or the 4 hour, that was a trending trade with, you know, an orange line touch on the 5-minute chart with a 15-minute signal. You know, that's the trend for you, mate. And again, the momentum was flashing red 4, so. Trend versus bias and when to follow each. I'll come back to you in a minute, but just copy your question. Trend versus bias and when to follow each. Right, well, You always go with the arrows, for excellence. Great name, by the way. You always go with the arrows. So as MT was pointing out, and as you know, this yellow ticket here says, you know, if you have a system like, if you look at the GA at the bottom now with 1 and 4s, okay, you've got 1 and 4, but you've got a signal on the 4 hour, right? One's an hour back, that's okay. Okay, so that's when you would follow that system, right? That's against the trend. That's a bias, because if you look at the 1 hour, it's uptrending. All right, and if you look at the 30-minute before that, signal down here. Oops. Sorry, MT. Right, that yellow signal there. All right, before that it was going up. All right, so that was bias against the trend. All right, and the bias won, didn't it? So always go with the arrows, and then you know, when they start appearing trend trades, they tend to go, well, they definitely do. They start on the smaller time frames first. Right, so you might see a 5-minute signal appear to the upside, then you'll see a 15-minute signal appear, then you'll probably see the 4-hour down signal disappear. You understand? And that's when the trend might be kicking in again, and that's when you say, right, well, the bias has changed now, and I'll look to go back with the trend. Well, that's a lovely trade on the UCAD, wasn't it? Right, Bunsey, when a 5 and 15 appear, do you get straight? Are you getting straight away, or wait for price to be at the top of the bottom? Again, Bunsey, it's all about momentum. It's all about momentum. Momentum's, you know, flashing. Then just get in. Okay. Yeah, mate. Yeah. So we're looking at the moves over, i.e. EU right at bottom of BB bands 1 and 4, so expecting a reversal, but keeps going down. Yeah, but here's the point, Iceberg, right, and that's another point I want to make out. You know, sometimes when you'll see a signal appear and you're really low, there isn't any examples at the moment. There was one earlier when I tried to clock it, but let's say it'll appear on this 5-minute, look at the EU now 5-minute chart, and just get this again here, right, and you see this here, this candle, right, that could have gone down to the bottom of the BB band there, right, and then the signal appears, okay, and you think, oh yeah, I'm getting in, boom, and look what happened, right, so that's why, right, you would just ignore it. You've got to, this is where you've got to show patience, right? And because I know a lot of people do that. I used to do it, and if you get in there and now you're like, oh my God, how many am I down here? Oh God, it's gone against me, you know, and it destroys your confidence. So basically, you wait. If that signal appeared there and you weren't in, you're not in a losing trade. If that signal appeared there and you did get in, bunghole. All right. It's just a matter of learning to wait and wait. It doesn't. These signals are not going anywhere, guys. Okay, and they will appear, you know, all the time. You've seen how common the 1 and 4s are, right? And you've seen how, you know, good the super arrows are. If you look at every super arrow, look at the UCAN 5-minute super arrows. Well, that one's just disappeared, but there was one there. Right, and what we've done, 15-minute, look, you know, they actually, they work, and they work best from where? From where did they work best? Where did they work best? Come on, tell me. Can't recall who asked the question. Iceberg, I think. Where did he work best? Where did they appear? Yeah, either on the orange line or on the purple line. That's where they appear. Okay, that's where you should be looking for them. Don't look for them when the move's already done. Orange line, baby. BI, you're not allowed to answer. You already know. Well, you've been doing very well of late, haven't you? You've shown a lot of patience. Well, Benevento, you don't dive in now. The way you look at it, Benevento, you took 10 to 12 pips. Okay, that's the way you look at it and say, okay then, why you got out because you were touching the BB bands, right? Well, next time, Benevento, right, look at what the setup is against you. So I take this signal here, was it? Benevento. So that was the signal you took, and I presume somewhere, I can't really see, is it there where you got out? Somewhere there, around 10 o'clock. Yeah, around 10 o'clock. Right, so maybe next time, just set out the 5 minute, let the 5 minute go. Because what you do know of what I've just told you a few minutes ago is that these 5 minute signals, Benevento, will take you to the orange line. Right? If you have a 15 minute, it will take you to the orange line on the 15 minute chart. You can see quite clearly all the touches along, along this 15 minute line here. Right? Then it's, been rejected again. So next time, perhaps wait and see if you get a 15 minute against you. Ski Man did it perfectly yesterday. Like I recall seeing when he put up his score on the card. He put a 6 score up, and I looked, and immediately there was a 5 minute, a 15 minute, and a 30 minute against him. Right, and that was why he got out. And I think, maybe look for the signal against you to be on the 30 minute chart as well, if you understand what I mean. That way you could maximise. But even so, 12 pips, Benevento is good. It's good. You only need, 3-4 trades like that a day, and you make it big. You make big money. What, you lost, Benevento, or you won? I thought you said you won 10 to 12 pips. Oh, you mean you lost out on? Right, I'm with you. Yeah, Benevento. So I know, again, there, you're right in the way you looked at it and said, oh, God, I'm on the BB band. And you are 8 hour, 4 hour, you're way through it on the 1 hour. So you didn't really do anything wrong. It's just that it had a bit more to it, Don't worry about it. Don't worry if you did. You took pips, you took money. And look what's happening now, Let's have a look on the GU then, right? Because this is actually, that was a trending trade. Shouldn't have taken it because, there's nothing really. Well, your 4 disappeared, you've no 30 minute, you're bouncing off the BB bands. I know some of you would have taken this, but for the newbies, I don't think these are the trades you should be taking. But here's the thing, if you get a 30 minute or a 1 hour, and yes, that would be a good trade, because it would suggest to me that the line on the 15 minute chart is going to be broken. There is a good winning trade in there. Should you be looking for a down signal? Not a 5 minute, because a 5 minute would be a bull roll trade now. Alright. You need to turn the 15 minute back around. Okay, so you're down now. So you're waiting for a 15 minute down. So what I would do now, I mean, you've got like 10 seconds to wait, is just wait and see what happens with the next. Oh, hang on, you've got a 30-minute there now, guys. So no, it's coming up. Why was it safe? Yeah. Well, you have 5, 15, 30-minute, 1 hour bounce, 4-hour bounce, 8-hour bounce. All right. Yeah, ski man. Yeah, they're very important to me. Like I said, they've been my trade. You know, that's the way I've got my direction. Oh, God, ever since MT put the 1 and 4s up, probably. That was quick, eh? Did tell me about that. Would it be Bongo to go on GU now? Just wait for it to pull back. Unless if you get one, I mean, look where you are, Benevento. You know what I mean? Look, and if you look at HHR, you know what I mean. This is what we're talking about. You could get in here and then all of a sudden it could just drop on you. You know, so the best thing to do is let this move play out, then look at the 5-minute chart, just get the arrows, for it to do this. Come down to the orange line, okay, and then you look for another 5-minute move up to take it up like that. I mean, that's what you're looking for. Alright, because you've got a nice 30-minute setup now, and it probably won't be long before the 1 hour turns up. Well, the point is, Darwin, that it's it would be relevant if it was there, but what I'm saying is this is a trend trade, okay? And you had a 30 minutes, gone now. You see what I mean? Just let me deal with Benevento again, Darwin. You see what happened there, Benevento? Look, you know, because of where you are, whether it's on the 15-minute line or it touched the 30-minute, the 30-minute signal disappeared. Okay, chances are it will come back, but you don't know that for sure. You know, right? So, Darwin. So the 1 hour on the GU is no longer relevant. It is relevant. You mean the 1 hour down, don't you, Darwin? Yeah, that's right. That's right, Scott. I do. Yeah. What I would say, Darwin, right, is that there's still the chance that 4 hour could come back. You know, the 4 hour down. Okay. Certainly now because the 30-minute disappeared. All right. If you want to take this down now, don't take that 5-minute signal down. Wait for the 15-minute signal down. Okay, the GU. It's just too risky because it's covering, but you see, it might just bounce off the. It might just bounce here. You know, it might just bounce off the orange line here because basically you're looking at a retest from above. You understand? It's just too risky to take on its own that 5-minute signal for me anyway. Some people are in and out and already won. Right, well that's something, DZ. The way I tend to look at these is you've got a 1 and a 4, right? The 1 hour is definitely going to touch the OL on the 1 hour. Definitely. Okay. If you've just got a 1 hour, sometimes they tend to disappear. You know, it all depends on the actual move and the rest of the setup. So you could have like, you know, supers on 5, 15 and 30 minute, and a 1 hour red, and that to me would be good enough. But then again, you could have like that super on the G there, 1 hour, and kind of reds on the, mixed in on the 5, 15 and 30 minute, and then the 1 hour disappears. You understand? It's all down to the strength of the rest of the setup where the 1 hour is concerned. But when you've got 1 and 4s, yep, good. Well, you've got to look at it that way, I suppose, because, you could, what I would be looking for, you see what's happened on the UCAD, on the 5 minute chart, it's gone up, and bounced back. So basically, you've got a 30 minute up now, so there's a chance it could come up. Okay, but it's such a strong move down. And if you look at all the charts there, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the 8 hour, the daily, it's so strong to the downside that you're risking it taking it up. You understand? I mean, even with a 1 hour, I might. It depends on the strength of the rest of the setup. So hypothetically, if you get super pink on the GU 1 hour, you would expect it to go up to the top BB band. Not always. Again, what the kind of way I look at it, Darwin, is that I'm always constantly looking at those charts, the 1 and 4s for change. Okay, so that we had a massive move up, right? And let's say it went and it just got somewhere near to the BB band but didn't touch it. Then I would consider, that move then to be over if, we was getting 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute signals down. Understand? You can't just say, oh yeah, that's going to the BB band. Right? The way I look at the 4 hours, the 1 and 4 hours together, they will. The 4 hour virtually guarantees that the 1 hour is going to touch the orange line or the BB band. Okay, that's virtual, and you've got to remember that you are trading. There's no absolute certainty here on what's going to happen. It's all about working out what we think the best chance is. That's what trading is: highest probability. And as I say, if you've got 1 and 4s, then it's very probable that it's going to go that way, isn't it? Lovely that move now, isn't it? Right, I'm going to point it out because it is a trending move, this guy's on the GA. Right, and this is what BR was saying before. You had to touch off your 8 hour there. You've pierced the OL here on the 1 hour. You've got your 30 minute signal. You've got these collection of 15 minute signals here, right, and a 5 minute super. And that's a trend trade. You haven't got a 1 hour up, right? But you had everything else because it was with the trend, in your favour. So it was a pretty good trade, that. Yeah, it is all about, it's right, that MT, yeah. It's all about probability. It's, what's most likely to happen. Yeah, it was BR, yeah. Right, let's have a look. Getting near happy hour now, so don't ask me what's going to happen there. No idea. Yeah, you can look at it that way, Darwin. If the signals still back you up, you know, the lower time frames, what I tend to find, right, and this happens every time. Every orange line you, let's say the GU got a 1 hour up now, okay, and it's going all the way to the purple band, the BB band, yeah? But what it's going to do is, every orange line that it hits on the, it's going to bounce back, it's going to find rejection. So the 30-minute one, it'll bounce back before going through. The 15-minute, it will bounce back before going through. Even on the 5-minute, you can see what's happened. If I can just highlight that one there, right, it's on its way up. It's hit the orange line, it's found rejection, right? And it continues up, it goes through, right? So it's hit the 15-minute orange line, and look what's happened, that rejection, and that's the rejection there. You understand? Same with the 30-minute, look, it's hit the orange line, it's found rejection. Okay, so basically, if you're looking at it that way, yes, the probability is that that's going to take it to BB band. Not in one straight line, you understand? It's going to be, you know, bounce, bounce, bounce. And if you put your own chart on the line chart instead of candles, you'll see exactly what I mean. Each time it goes up and then just comes back down a bit, right? That is what that is. It's hitting an area of resistance, okay, and then it's bouncing back, okay? Oh, you're getting a green momentum on DX now. God, that UCAD's so weak, isn't it? You see what I mean about that UCAD iceberg? And the 5-minute took it up to the orange line and get all this down again, even without a signal there. Well, I wouldn't have taken that Benevento, that GU down, because for me it was a bounce. Now what I would want is a 15-minute down. Even though you still got, you could say you want hours there, but you know, look what happened now. It just hit the BB band on the 5-minute chart and went back up a bit. So to me, it's still risky to take that down. I know certain people will, because certain people are in and out very fast. Shaheen, brilliant, mate. Brilliant. 160 pips, awesome, mate. Iceberg. I'll tell you, oh God, GU. Who took GU down and thought there? Muppet, you don't listen, do you? Right? Iceberg, I'll tell you what to do. Do the mindset strategy. Right? Because if you do any form of training, right, and it's going to benefit you. Any form of training. So if you're training your brain, it's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit you. Seriously. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Great, that GU, wasn't it? Come on, be honest. Took it down. When you're looking for 15 minutes down, the prices are in so much, and the 5-minute is not on the upper BB band. Yeah, but digital high, this is the way you should view it, right? When you've got a 15-minute signal against you, right, you need to turn, and you want to go against it, then you need to turn that 15-minute signal around. And if you look now at the GU, right, it's gone signal to signal. Right? This is what we do. It's rare. It's on very messy days when we don't do this, guys. But when you've got nice, crisp days like today, right, this happens. Okay? That. Right, so if you were thinking, oh, yeah, okay, I was waiting for the 15 down, if anything there, you should have been looking for another 5-minute signal up. because the 15 minute, the 30 minute, and you know, you can say the 1 hour basically looks is trending. It's trending trade. So if anything, you should have been looking for an up signal. All right, but let's say you were looking for a 15-minute signal and it didn't come. Look what's just happened. You are not in that losing trade, right? Because you were waiting for that 15-minute down. You were not in that trade and you are not losing now. Okay? These, I'll tell you now, guys, these 15-minute signals, right? That's why I felt so strongly about the strategy about them. Because of what they do. You basically look there, apart from, and even on the UCAD, right, because the blue-red isn't a strong enough signal. The little blues are not a strong enough signal to turn it round. Okay? Now, the GBP Aussie, right? See, it's messy because you've got super that took it down and then a couple of that took it up and a red that's taking it down. Okay. You look at the GU and EU, them super to super. Alright? Do you understand what I mean there? Digital eye. That if you were waiting for that 15-minute it appears, so you shouldn't be in the trade down. Alright? You wouldn't be losing. But if you did get in with the 5-minute signal and you didn't get out your 5 pips, you're now in big trouble. Where have you gone? I bet he's typing some out for me, are you? Gonna nail me with a big question again now. Alright, Rocky. See you later, mate. But why have you had a horrid day? Trading me. Right, I see what you mean now, Digital Eye. Well, look now you're getting a 15-minute signal, but basically what you're doing now is you're just going to touch the orange line and then they'll probably disappear again. Okay, as it just did. Alright. The price already was so much, so should I not wait? What you should do, Digital Eye, is just wait for that perfect setup there. Instead of thinking, I'll take a 5-minute signal, I'll wait for the 5 and a 15-minute in correlation, you know, with either the 1 and 4s or with the trend. Okay, and if you don't get it, then don't worry about it. Don't take the trade. Alright? That's perhaps the best way to consider that. Nice and easy. Yeah, happy hours from around about 1:45 to about 1:15 generally. Is that what Mercy on after? Anybody know? Okay, Digital Eye. Aye. See if we can find something else. Yeah, another trending trade there, back up again, wasn't it, on the GBP over 15, I suppose there was a trade there. You know what I tend to find, guys, with the play of the day is around about happy hour, it becomes hard to trade, basically because the dollar, you know, takes control of the board. It really does, you know, it'll either spank the GU and the EU or it'll because the GU and the EU are showing the arm. And sometimes the play of the day, because it generally is, you know, a GBP or a euro-based pair or a CAD-based pair is being pulled in two directions, you know. So. Let's have a look at that EU. Right. Okay. There you go. Get the 5 minute red, yellow down. 15 minute down. Again, you're below. Well, below on the 30 minute. You touch the well pierced the 30 minute line there. 1 hour, you pierce the 1 hour orange line, and you're bouncing off the 4 hour, as you can quite clearly see there. Again. Okay, but again, look, it's the combination of a 5 with at least a 15. You know, got that move trade with it. Russian bot. Do you eat that? Do you eat that, BR? I know you like your bots. Again, that GCAD guys, just look what's happened every time, because you know it's downtrending big, and obviously the 4 hour was still in control. Look, every time on the 5 minute chart it's gone up, it's touched the orange line, and if you waited for the signal, you wouldn't every trade. Even, you know, this one here, when you didn't wait for the signal, you would have been getting momentum. So when you trade, every time off the 15 minute chart it's hit it, it's gone down. You couldn't have lost on that if you just continued to go down that way. Yeah, it's right, isn't it? Yeah. Ooh, look at that EU now, guys. Ooh, 4 hours back as well. Not, by the way, the hour. Yeah. Perfect, yeah. Again, it's, as I say, it's the 5, the combination of the correlation of the 5 and the 15s. You know, not just a 5 on its own. There are days when you can do 5s on its own, you know, and you've got holidays in America in particular, and you tend to see that, you know, prices just ranging, and then you just go BB band to BB band with a 5 minute signal. How have you done today, Ski Man? You'd need a really good setup, Milan. Maybe you can up, and I really set up to turn that around. And it could be one of them, Milan, where, you know, it takes ages for it to kick in. You know, they do happen. You've had big moves like that. It takes a lot to turn it around. It's just, in my opinion, I wouldn't you know, be even thinking about that until I get at least a 1 hour. At least a 1 hour, you know, and even then I know I'm in for a long wait for it, for a good, you know, trade. Still, schema, it's not bad. 3 trades, 15 pips each, 45 pips. What are you, 10 grand a pip? What the hell is that? What's the difference between DX versus DX? I presume that's 2018, 2019. I don't think the DX basically, Breyer, is just the dollar. Oh, right, you want the difference between, right. They're just, one's just a little more, how do you say, sensitive. You know, there's nothing, you shouldn't judge any difference between them, okay? They're just both there as momentum for the dollar, okay? The same with the GU and the EU, you know, they're set up the same. Obviously the UCAD's a bit different, it has the oil. Alright, so don't, as I say, don't let that complicate things, because just forget it. Because they're both flashing, you're alright. It's when they're flashing different colours, then you just don't trust it. You see, like now, it's like they're both flashing. And there you go. Who asked me about the UCAD? Milan, look what happened again. On the UCAD, yeah.
Excuse me.
Again, I can go back to, I can show you 5 and 15 minutes, guys, virtually all day, right, of when, you know, we correlated and the trades won with either a 1 and 4. Look, no, that's just the GCAD. I could show you on virtually any. I know perhaps you will say, well, all right, that wasn't there. But that was. That was a small red super. That was a red yellow. You know, GU's got a small red. Still panned out. Okay, with a red yellow. You know, again. And generally, for the most part, especially when you've got a big trendy pair like the UCAD, look, it's every time it's touched the orange line on the 15-minute chart, it's appeared, and you've had this reaction. You know. Okay. Again, look, it's very hard. It's very hard to trade that play of the day at happy hour. Look what's just happened there. You've had it down and that cycle. BR's killing it. No, iceberg. No, it'll definitely push the pound up. And if I'm truthful, and I think, if I'm honest, and I think it will be, you know, a couple of 100 pip move. Couple of 100 pips, and it won't just be the GBP USD now, guys. It'll be, you know, all the GBP base pairs will go up. If I know they talked about it a lot. People say that, you know, they talked about this a lot, but what basically has been going on, they kind of, when they talked about it coming on, the pound went up 100 pips. When they talked about it not happening because inflation was lower than expected, and the economy wasn't, you know, perhaps doing as good as it should. It's also big wages as well. Real-time wages not going up and that. The pound has then tanked 100, 200 pips, right? So if you look at it from that point of view, has the pound gone up over the last month? Not really, has it? You know. So I'd kind of look at Nice one. Have you had that done, BI? Yeah. Oh dear. No, not exactly cheap, really. You're probably selling them as a side racket, guys. Be careful. Right. Who was talking about the card? The card. Your card now, baby. I'll keep your card now. Okay, that wouldn't work out. Yeah, imagine a ski man. We'd be in Manchester there at the gay village. Oh dear. Not so sure. Mind you, he'd have his 12 gauge with him, wouldn't he? Yeah, alright. Oh yeah. Where's Jules today? Is he not in? I'm not seeing him. Kevin. Trailing stock, Milan. Trailing stocks basically, if you go in see trader, the bottom left hand corner you'll see like a cog, like a sprocket, and that's your settings. So when you go into your quick trade and yeah, I think it's quick trade, you'll see at the bottom your pips, your stop loss and that, but there's a little box, okay, that you can click, okay, and basically what happens is, let's say, I used it a while back on the UCAD, I actually text MT and said to him, did we hit that orange line? And he said, yeah, says we're there now. Anyway, it went a lot further. But because I had a trailing stop on, this was at UCAD a while back, guys. Remember, it took ages to get going. And I'd gone pub, and when I got back in, it was like 60 odd pips it had done. Because of what I did, I put 15 pip trailing stop loss on. So basically, price continues to go down, then it stops, and then it comes back up. And let's say it went up 14 pips, right? It hasn't triggered any stop loss because the stop loss stops 50 pips away from when it turned around. Okay, so then when price come back down again and carried on when it hit 15 pips, the trade stop loss continued to go back down with the trade. Okay, so that trade I think went 78 pips, right, and then came back and tripped out at 63 pips. Okay. But basically all it is the trailing stop loss follows your trade down, and every time you stop and price goes against you, if it doesn't touch your trailing stop loss, you're still in the trade, okay? But if it touches your trailing stop loss, you're out of the trade. Yeah, it was a great trade that, Benny, yeah. I can't believe it when I got him, because when I said to MT, I was only looking at one of the orange lines, and it actually burst right through that, and well, I know for a fact that 4-hour super appeared afterwards as well. I know it did. We wouldn't have done that otherwise. just get in even with top of 5 minute BB bar because the signals higher? No, because iceberg. What'll happen is, you see, what'll happen is now, right? It'll just pull back again a bit. Okay, so it'll probably come back right a bit. So what you do is you wait for that to come back. Otherwise, you're starting the trade from a minus position, aren't you? You know, so you just let it come back a bit. It's all right thinking, oh, it's not going to carry on going up, but you know, the chances are it will. But if it's not going to carry on going up, then you're not in a bad trade, are you? What's up, Benny? Thanks, pal. Well, I had to come on, Benny. I saw Rugon struggling on it. He does have a bit of a language problem. I just hope that, you know, by seeing what he saw on the 5 minute chart there, what was happening, that, you know, instead of saying GU up, thinking the GU's going to go up, let that play out and then take it down. Understand when the signal appears. Love me some jazz. Hey, I tell you what, yeah, right, your language is terrible. I would not go out with you if you were wearing that t-shirt. Yeah, I'll put it that way. Right, let's have a look then. EU, right, well, exactly what's just happened there. You see the 1 hour disappear, Kason? That's what you should have been looking for. Okay, because look where you are on here. If you get a 5 minute signal down, your 15 minutes still down, look. Okay, you've got a 30 red up. Again, this is one of them where you could say, if you're not sure, don't trade it. You know, I would look for one of a few things here. The 1 hour turning super, the 1 hour disappearing, and say the 30 minute disappearing and a 5 minute super down. You know, those are your options. Price can only go two ways. It's going to do one of two things, so that's what you look for. Right, so getting back to iceberg, getting back to that UCAD trade now, right, you're touching the 15 minute orange line now. So this is what you expect. Now a little pullback perhaps, right? And then it'll show on the 5 minute chart, as we should see it there. He has called me a Muppet t-shirt. Yeah. I was on the 130 again, Ski Man. Yeah, we might burst through that 30. Oh, it's 5 pips off, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it might actually nosedive from there. Yeah, that's only because she had me trussed up empty. I was kind of hoping for the other way around, but she had me trussed up. I was the one wearing the handcuffs, you know. She was the one with the whip. You know I'm only teasing. Gag ball. Right, let's have a look. Yeah. Imagine somebody just coming in, Benny. They had no idea what was going on, would they, you know what I mean? No, yeah. we had oil, didn't we? It was the oil today as well. Did I miss it? Totally missed it. Yeah, I mean, as I was saying before, you should always consider the bigger, the arrow on the bigger time frame as the dominant one. You know, if your 1 and 4s don't make sense, then don't trade it if you're not happy with it. But again, with the EU there, you've got that 4 hour. I know you're right on the BB band, but let's say it wasn't right on the BB band. Which would you trust, the 1 hour up or the 4 hour down? Then you leave the 1 hour up. You know, you go with the 4 hour down. Trying to get me nicked. Right, Fred. What I've just said to Iceberg is, you see this 5 minute red? Right. You want to wait that out. You want to see what that does. If that just comes down and hits the orange line, right? Or if it disappears and you start getting big green momentum, you know, here, then it's just going to go up again, yeah? Okay? As to whether it's going to come up to here, you have to keep an eye on the chart to tell you that. And you look at the 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, where we are at the moment, but if you look on the 15 minute, you're dealing with that wall. Okay, and that's why that 5 minute red's there. Alright, you need to know what's going to happen there. Yeah, it's right near the psychological number, isn't it? Right, so I think everybody understands this yellow ticket then, don't they? Yeah? Made that pretty obvious today, yeah. Can I hear you again? Oh, glorious. That's why you don't trust the 1 hours against the 4 hours. That wasn't QCAB. Look, again, Kaysen, I think, asked me about it. Look what it did. It touched the orange line, you know, or virtually touched it on the 5 minute chart, you know, before going up. No, I'll tell you what, Jay, what I would think is that the 1 hour is going to touch the 1 hour orange line. Okay? That's what I do think. Oh, you won that one, did you, Iceberg? Yeah, hold on. Cheers, Abe. How have you done today, mate? I don't, Benny. I don't anymore, mate. It's I'm always looking for the like the EU there. I would have taken that trade. There you go, Milan again. Look, 26, one trade, 26 pips. That's £10 a pip. That's £260 he made today. I know you did, VR. Okay, Jay. I take it you got out of that trade yesterday, Jay, yeah? It's a similar situation to what's happening now, isn't it? You know. Darwin, well done, mate. Well done. 4 trades, 24 pips at 50 cents a pip. Shoot. Go ahead, Milan. Correct, Milan, yeah. Look, what's that? You can see what's happening. I'll show you now what's happened on the UCAB. Look. 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 Just look at it. You know, that's what's happened. Because it touched that orange line there. Do I think there's more up? Probably, yeah, because this has still got room to the orange line here. But again, I don't know for sure. The signals will say if a 15-minute signal pointing down appears, then it's going to go down. If the 5-minute disappears, or you get plenty of green momentum, then it's going to continue on up. Okay? But this is what you have to do when you hit these lines. This is when you think, right, what am I looking for now? Right, and as I say, it can only go one or two ways. So, you just look and say, well, this is what I want. I want a 15 down to take it down, or I want that 5 red to disappear and green momentum to take it up, because I've still got room. Okay, that is how simple this is. Just understand that when you touch these, these orange lines, that there's going to be a reaction. And again, buy low, sell high. Digital eye, as I was saying before, mate, what you need on the UCAD to take that down is a change of what the setup that you've got. So you'd need a 15-minute signal down, right? And maybe this 30-minute to change. You see the 30-minute red-yellow? If that goes small red, and maybe the 1 hour goes small red, and a 15-minute signal down appears, then yeah, you can take that down, but not just on a 5-minute turning super, because all that will do is take price to the orange line on the 5-minute chart. You understand? That's basically the same as what I was explaining about the GU and the EU before on the 5-minute charts. They were just taking it to the orange line because there's only 5 minutes. Look, there's your big momentum. It's going up. It had its reaction on the 30-minute orange line. And now it's pushing through. And that's another thing, guys, what you tend to find as well is the bigger the time frame orange line touch, the bigger the move, the bigger the reaction. There you go. Look at the UCAD now on the 1 hour. Look at it. It's right on the orange line. It's actually bending the orange line up. It's that big a move. Just clear it so you can all see the scribblings on there. You should give them away free, BR. I just can't believe it. Every time you look at these orange lines and you're going in the direction, guys, it's just phenomenal, really, how many times they just react there. And it is always on the orange line or the purple line. You look anywhere in between, and have you seen an arrow anywhere in between? That's on a purple line there. That's on a purple line there. That's on a purple line there. That's purple line there. Right, they're not inside. Look, everything. Purple line there. Alright, you've got a spot red there, which is sort of going the opposite direction, same direction. Orange line there, purple line there. It's that's where you look for them. As soon as you get near those orange lines, start looking for the signal in the direction you need. You want to take it. Obviously, the EU in particular was down today. Okay, for the most part, the UCAP was. Yeah, no, it's right, and so it does. It's, you know, it's just obvious now that, you know, it's got so, I think so easy, and if I see Ergon posting scores, you know, over the next few days, all right, we'll get an FP Friday, it might be a bit awkward on Friday, but, you know, then I'll know he's got it. Okay, then this is what makes it pause. If I see someone new getting really, you know, nice trading, and he's doing it perfect, then I know that guy's going to make it. You know, woman's going to make it. I know that person is going to make it. What you should have now is this, probably back down to the 130. Okay, why? Because look, that is there. Okay. It's great, and he said, I love it, honestly. It's like the ski man the other day when he put up his scores, and Skull surprised me the other day as well. Not merely because of the trades he'd taken, but the setups that he'd taken, you know, and it was like, oh God, he got it. You know, and it really puts, honestly guys, it puts a smile on my face when I see people so happy in the room that they, you know, they've done something right, they've done it right. I would think you do, Anissa. Yeah. Apart from when you're shouting at them, like, you know, scare people when you shout at people. You're doing really well, Ski Man. You're doing really well. Yeah, Darby. Work on it, Darby. You know what to do. You know what to do. Just wait for, you know, the setup to turn against you. You sound lovely. You have a gorgeous voice, Anissa. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Yeah, it gets the job done, yeah. No, I wouldn't say a child. A young woman. A young woman. You do sound like a young woman. It's the accent, no, honestly. You should have kept quiet there, Bogey. MT nailed you. No, it does not annoy me, Anissa. No. Love it. And tell your mum. Say, no, Jazz said I've got a lovely voice. Right, so is there any last questions from any of the newbies? Ergon, you got anything to ask? You need to ask anything, or do you think you're good now? MT, are you going to put little yellow ticker up You doing well, are you, Breyer? Well done, mate. Okay, Ergon. Oh, Ergon. Just, like I say, focus on it. Are you going to keep that yellow ticket up, empty, on the charts? Basically where it is. I think it will help the newbies to see that. You know, it'll just stop them straying. I think it's a good idea, mate, if you could for a while. My risk to reward, 0 to infinity, because I never. It's hard to say just a lie, because if you look at, let's take just 2 instances here. Just let me show you. Okay. Right. I knew this signal here, when it got a 15-minute with it, was going down. Yeah, you understand? I knew it was going down when it got that. Okay? Right, so if you're saying I have a 10-pip stop loss there, how many pips did it go against me? Yeah, for me, mate, yeah. Leave it up. Same with the EU, right? I knew that was going down because it had that there with it, with the trend, with the 1 and 4s. So how many pips did that go against me? 0. So my risk for doing this absolutely spot on, for getting it absolutely right, is pretty much 0. This is why I say, if you get it right, this is 100%. So risk to reward. You know, I did one once, did you? I went to bed on it. It was a GBP New Zealand, and we did the one trade, and I didn't know there was an interest rate decision, right? And the risk to reward finished. I got up, and it was like 360 odd pips in the green. 2 trades. I could not believe it. I was like, what the hell happened? Right, and the risk to reward was 1 in 7. 1 in 7. You know, traders out there will chop their arm off for that. They would, seriously. And overnight, I was asleep, for crying out loud. They earned God knows how many £1,000 by being asleep. No, Darwin, I traded based on the LT video by me. I know it sounds a bit, but it's true. It is on the newbie channel, Darwin, on the long-term channel. Did you get that link yesterday from MT? Yeah, well, that's it, Milan. The point is that 5-minute signal wouldn't have appeared in the middle of the chart. It appeared on the BB band or on the orange line. So yeah, as soon as it appeared, I then look and see what else we've got. Now the EU, I would have taken that virtually straight away because there was a 15-minute red with it. The GU took a bit longer for the red to settle. Okay. Yeah, Jose, because MT puts the charts up, the charts are up, and when he puts it up at like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, his time, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning for me. That's why I see them in the morning. Okay, but not much happens, you know, in the hour, 3 or 4 hours before I'm up. I'm up usually between 6 and 7 anyway. All right, Jose. No, Shaheen, I was trading naked. I had nothing on, mate. Do I wait for the arrows or get inside in anticipation? What do you mean there, digital eye? Do you mean scalping or do you mean long term? Yeah, that's what it's doing, Kev Anthony. It'll bounce back, yeah. Scalping, yeah, of course, I wait for the arrows. The other time I don't wait for the arrow, right, is on the 5-minute chart when momentum is flat and big. No worries, BR. I appreciate it when you come on, mate, as well. Is that it then, guys? You all okay? No worries, mate. No worries, guys. Oh. I'm going to have a nice hot bath now. Some Radox salts, I think. No worries. As I say, I'll keep coming on every now and again, you know, till we get it right. And I honestly, you know... Hey, Hans, where have you been? In hiding? And a vino, yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking, Iceberg. Glass of wine in the bath. See you later, there you go. Okay, Hans, I hope you collared that and all today, Hans, on what I was telling Ergon, mate. About those, you know, just wait them out, and then look for the signals in the, you know, in the direction of the 1 and 4s, or trend with a 5 and 15. You know, but again, just remember, Hans, when you're turning a big move around, you've seen how much it took. Look at the setup on that UCAD to turn that big trend around. Look, it took a 1 hour red yellow, 30 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute red yellows, you know, to turn it around. That's you know, once people understand that, it takes a strong setup to turn these around. They'll be able to trade that way. If not, just go with the 1 and 4s and then stop bungoing. Okay, Eskimo, you as well, mate. You just, as I say, just, you know, just, to me, it's so easy, and it vexes me when I see people saying, "Oh, I've had a bad day," and I'm like, how have you had a bad day if you just stuck to, even if you only traded the 1 pair today, you know, you could not really have lost unless you know, took a stupid trade. It could have Kev Anthony, you know, to take it down though, mate, again, 15 minute, okay, 15 minute, you need it. Don't just think that 5 minute will do, because all that's going to do is take price to that orange line there, okay? So you need a 15 minute signal at least. Yeah. Okay, guys. I don't know where their mate MT's gone. Has he gone or is he still there, mate?